Hello there, this is Jacob LE, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up Google Analytics on your WordPress website and also how to figure out what the most important things are. It's going to be so easy. I know you can do it. It's only going to take 10 or so minutes. So I am going to search for Google Analytics and jump right in. But if you're a small business owner or entrepreneur and want to learn about marketing strategy, please subscribe and click the bell. All right, we're searching for Google Analytics. And you can just choose the very top one. Now, if you already have yours set up, you can skip to this time code right over there. All right, so we are going to choose Start Measuring. We can just give it a name. And you'll want to keep all of these checked. Then we'll choose Web, because it's just your website. And give your website name. And then the HTTP is already here, so then I'll put in jacob-le.com since mine is HTTPS. And this isn't that important, but you can select a category. I'll just do business. And a time zone. I am in Denver, Colorado. And I'll click create. So you have to accept the GDPR, at least in 2019, going into 2020. So accept all of these. And we're in. Boom. It is all set up. This is just an example, not my official site. So, you know, we could do a plugin and you can connect it and just put in the tracking ID. I actually like putting it in the header, which sounds really confusing, but it's actually pretty simple. So they're going to give you this script to put into your header. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to go into my site. You can log into your WordPress site if you don't know already. You can do just your site and then WP admin. And I should already be logged in. If you're not already logged in, you'll need to log into your account. All right, now let's go to plugins. So rather than adding a Google Analytics plugin, I want to look for head, footer, and post injections. So under plugins, you can click Add New. And then just head, footer is what we're going to search. And I'm sure this one works too, but I like head, footer, and post injections. I already have it active, but you'll click Install Now and then Activate, and it should show up in your plugins. And then what this is going to allow you to do is add code to the head tag or the body or the footer of your entire site. So it's really nice. You can use this in the future. You can put in Facebook Pixel or all sorts of things site-wide. It works super, super well. So now when you go to settings, you can go to header and footer. And all you have to do, that thing we copy pasted, I'll show you again in case you didn't copy it. You just copy this and paste it here. And then click save. I'm not going to save because this is a new account. But that's it. That's all you have to do. You did it. It's so simple and straightforward. Okay, you are a rock star, but keep watching. I'm going to teach you the basics now that you have it installed on your WordPress website. All right. So I'm going to show you mine. This is a recent website. It just started maybe 3-4 months ago. So the default maybe 7 days. I usually like to look over 90 days. So you can see users is like the total number of unique people who visited. sessions, so someone could come back and have multiple sessions, but this is the number of actual different people who visited the website. Bounce rate is the number of people who just went to one page and then left. So I have a lot of blog content, so usually it's a little bit higher for blogs. Session duration, so this is the average amount of time that people spent on your website. So if one person visits for 2 seconds and then leaves, and someone else visits for 10 minutes, then the average amount of time would be around 5 minutes. We can go down, and this is important. So the traffic, so organic search, these are people who looked up something on Google and tried to find you. From social media, so this would be, from a Facebook post that links directly to it. Direct traffic, what that is so like I got featured, did some guest blogs who link to my site, or I also have like my website and my email signature, so you can get direct traffic from that. So that's what it will show up as. So if you mouse over the different days, you can see this day I got 34 users from direct traffic, from organic search. So, and you can even see like help a reporter out or fit small business. Those are some of the ones that I got featured in. So it'll just go a little deeper with exactly who's sending you the traffic. The pages right here is really valuable. As you can see, what pages people are visiting the most, which is super useful because, on one of my sites, I have like 100 blog posts, so I can notice, hey, this post is doing really well. Let me like optimize it or create links to my sales page, or just structure things in a way where, if you're changing a page that no one's visiting, it's not really going to matter that much. But if one of your blog posts blows up, it's like, oh man, let me make sure this is as good as possible, or I add an email capture or something like that. So you can go to full pages report, and you can also see if people are mobile or desktop or tablet. That's pretty much the basics. I think there's only one thing that I find incredibly valuable. You can look into like the audience and see like, okay, how many people are coming on Facebook versus Pinterest or things like that. When you're doing paid campaigns, conversions gets really important, but these are just the basics. I do really like behavior flow. That's the only one I think for the basics is useful beyond just the homepage. So what you can see is, okay, when people visit a certain page, where do they click next? So it's really interesting. And with a more established site, it gets even more in depth. But for example, with my website, I have my homepage, and then I want to send people to my services page. That's the number one thing I want them to do. Well, the way I had structured the site, I noticed that most people were going to my About Me page, not my services. So I rearranged my page, and then they flipped, where now like 60% of people were going from the homepage to services. So that's just really interesting. You can see, exactly where people are going from your homepage or from something else. So, if you're trying to drive to a contact page, it's really useful to see what percentage of people who go to the homepage are going to contact and what else drives people there. We could get so much more complex, but you have the basics down. Now, I created a free training. It's like an hour long, and it's like every step in the process for creating an amazing marketing plan for driving more traffic to your website and using everything like that. So I highly recommend checking that out. I spent so much time on it for you. It comes with a free worksheet and resources, and I think you will love it. So the video is gonna come up. Please check that out if that's of interest to you at all. Anyway, thank you. I will hopefully see you in that video. the other way. This way.